Hi again, Stan The Annuity Man, America's annuity agent, licensed in all 50 states, including the beautiful one you're sitting in. Hope you are doing well, and thanks for joining me today. You know, my producers are always yelling at me to show people the gear that I have on. So I'm going to, this is a little racy right here, but I'm going to lift this up and show you my t-shirt. So here we go. That is a death metal rock and roll version of the Annuity Man logo. Now you say, wait a minute, Stan, what does this have to do with the 5 annuity mistakes? It has a lot to do with it because I love music, and I hired the guy that does all the band logos to do the Annuity Man logo. Of course he thought I was crazy, but you saw the results. That's fantastic. I mean, look at that. Annuity Man, just kind of cryptic. All right. So we're going to talk about the 5 biggest annuity mistakes. Not the 5 smallest, not the 5 medium-sized, the 5 biggest annuity mistakes on the planet, on the annuity planet, but not until you hear music. So how many annuity mistakes can you make out there in annuity land? Tons. I could do like the top 50, the top 20, the top 10. We don't have time for that. I'm going to do the top 5. The first annuity mistake is putting too much money into an annuity. I know the sales guys are like, shut up, let them put all the money in. No, that's the biggest mistake I see people make. And I'm going to tell you what I really like to do is use as little money as possible to achieve the contractual goal that you're trying to achieve. It's really that simple. So never put too much money into an annuity. That's a big mistake. The second biggest annuity mistake is not understanding what you're buying. I mean, it's like buying a house without seeing it. I mean, do not believe the sales pitch, the hype, all of the stuff that's out there in the annuity world. You're buying a contract, and you should be able to explain it to a 9-year-old. No offense to 9-year-olds, but you should also be able to explain it to your spouse and your children, your beneficiaries. Understand it. And there's a requirement to work with Stan the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent. When you decide to buy an annuity, I need to make sure that you can explain it to me as well. One of the biggest mistakes I've seen when people buy annuities is they don't understand what they're buying, which is crazy. You're putting all your money into an annuity type. You should understand it. You should be able to explain it to a 9-year-old. No offense to 9-year-olds. You literally should be able to explain it to your spouse, your beneficiaries, and if you cannot explain it, if it's so convoluted and so detailed that you can't explain it, don't buy it. How simple is that? I mean, seriously, if don't accept the agent sales pitch. I know the agent sales pitch will be something like, you get an upfront bonus, and you get 7%, and you get this, and you get free long-term care, and no, don't accept the 30,000-foot view sales pitch. Don't buy the dreams. You're going to own the contractual realities. So when you buy an annuity, I don't care what type, immediate annuity, deferred income annuity, qualified longevity annuity contract, variable annuity, indexed annuity, income rider, I don't care. You better be able to explain it to your spouse, your partner, your beneficiaries, your kids, your lawyer, and guess what? You better be able to explain it to me. The third biggest annuity mistake is not basing your decision on the contractual guarantees. Now, this specifically happens in the indexed annuity world where the person is explaining to you that if you look at these back-tested, hypothetical, theoretical, hopeful, unicorns chasing the butterflies return scenario that's not guaranteed, and you base your decision on that. Never do that. Own an annuity for what it will do, not what it might do. It's a contractual guarantee. It's a contract. So base your decision and your buying decision on that contractual guarantee. The fourth biggest annuity mistake is buying too young when you're at a young age. Don't do that. You know, if you're in your 20s or your 30s or even your 40s, you probably don't need an annuity. And most annuity types won't even be sold to you. You need market growth. Now, when you need an annuity is when you're transitioning into retirement and you need to transfer risk. But most of you out there that are really young and that are watching this, you do not need an annuity. You really don't. Call me when you're in your 50s. The fifth biggest annuity mistake is when you lock in long-term when there are short-term choices available. Now, a lot of agents push long-term products. Just remember this. The longer the term, the higher the commission. The shorter the term, the lower the commission. Makes sense. So when you're looking for annuities and contractual guarantees, always look for short term. It's that simple. So wasn't that a fun video? Learning about the 5 biggest annuity mistakes that anyone on the planet can make. Well, I'm going to tell you something really good, is this vase. This vase was chosen by my producers because it matched my shirt, or my what is this, a coat. And I think that's really good. Now, I pulled it from the background, which ruins the shot. But I just want you to know, they're working hard for Stan The Annuity Man. And speaking of Stan The Annuity Man, go to my site, theannuityman.com, get my books, run quotes on our proprietary calculators, and the best thing, without the vase, is you can set a time to speak with me, Stan The Annuity Man, one-on-one. And just remember this, I'm not going to send you the vase because shipping would be too high. But what I will do is I'm going to save you from those 5 mistakes and all the other ones I didn't mention, but those biggest annuity mistakes, those top 5, Stan The Annuity Man, I'll take that on my shoulders. I'll save you from those. Hey, if you really like the way that I approach annuities, I'm brutally factual about annuities, people call me the walking middle finger of annuity truth. Isn't that lovely? My wife loves that. Hey, if I'm bringing value to that, to your situation, if I prevented you from making a horrific mistake at some bad chicken dinner seminar presentation where the guy's saying, eat my steak, eat my chicken. By the way, if you're going to a steak dinner, then the commission's really high. If you're going to a bad chicken dinner seminar, then the guy's either really cheap or the commission isn't high. I digress. My point is, hit the like button. Help me out. I'm here for you. Thank you. Hey, I really apologize for me yelling, but I got kind of carried away, and I'm like, the producer's like, no, you can't do that. All right, so I'm going to talk really softly, and I'm going to smile and have these really bright eyes, which I can't really do because I'm 56 years old and no one 56 has bright eyes. But what I want you to do is leave comments and hit the like button.